Thank you very much for staying with us once again and joining us on this channel, Sports 7GH. This is another beautiful day the Almighty God Himself has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it, according to David in the Bible. Yes, thank you very much for staying with us. In this video, we are going to look at some trending news and stories also. Coach Otto likely to return as the next Black Stars coach. I'm going to share my views on it. Do I think it will be the right decision to bring back Coach Otto? In fact, Coach Otto qualified us to the World Cup. Okay, after qualifying ahead of Nigeria, he didn't win any game. He went to the World Cup 2022 in Qatar and beat South Korea, and then also lost to Uruguay and then Portugal. Even in fact, in the Portuguese game, we thought that we deserved something from the game. In fact, we could have gotten 1 point from the game. So Otto had some positives from his side, and then also people thought that Chris Hughton would be better than Otto, but Chris Hughton came and we saw that he's not even close to Otto. So people are saying that we should actually bring back Otto. What are your take on that? What do you think about all of those issues? Let me know that in the comment section. And then also, we will talk to you about some Black Stars players who are performing during this particular weekend. Mohammed Kudus lost again to Nottingham Forest 2-0. We will talk to you about Mohammed Kudus and why we are not seeing a good performance from Kudus as of now. We will also talk to you about Antoine Semenyo, who has scored. In fact, he scored during the weekend over there. We are going to talk to you about all of those issues in this particular video. And then we will look at some other stories that you would obviously love to know about. So do well to stick and stay with us. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit the notification bell, and select all. Leave your thoughts and comments below in the comment section if you have any. It's always a great pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very, very much for staying. So today, Brighton and Hove Albion played versus Sheffield United in the English Premier League, and they won the game 5-0 over Sheffield United. Tariq Lamptey started the game, Ghanaian international, as a left back. But then was substituted and was taken out of the game around the 45th minute. The first half. Yes, the first half now he was taken out of the game. But then his team scored 5 goals. And Simeon Adingra of Ivory Coast, he did very, very well in that particular game, scoring 2 goals after winning the African Cup of Nations with Ivory Coast when they hosted and won it. Yes, Simeon Adingra came back to Brighton and Hove Albion, scoring 2 goals. He's a fantastic and talented player. He's a very good winger. Very, very good winger. And he's young. He's around 20 years or so. So in Ghana and Africa, we are going to really struggle with this player in the foreseeable future, and I hope that Ghana, we too will get our Ernest Nyama and the young players too coming up and then doing very well for the senior national team, the Ghana Black Stars. Antoine Semenyo is also another Black Stars player who played during the weekend and did very well. He scored a goal in Bournemouth's 2-2 draw with Newcastle, yes, in the English Premier League. They went away to Newcastle. In fact, at a point in time, they were leading 2-1 through Antoine Semenyo's goal. He scored a second goal for them. A beautiful, powerful shot Antoine Semenyo gave, and they were actually leading the game by 2-1. But then at the dying best of the game, Newcastle equalized and the game ended in 2-2. So Antoine Semenyo also scored a beautiful goal, and he is keeping his head up and doing very well in the English Premier League. Unfortunately for Mohammed Kudus, after losing 6-0 to Arsenal FC, West Ham United also lost 2-0 to Nottingham Forest away. And that was a very, very bad one for West Ham United. Again, Kudus Mohammed couldn't do anything. And you see, the problem with Kudus Mohammed right now is that he's missing Lucas Paqueta. Lucas Paqueta is the engine man, the proper number 10 of the West Ham United team, and he creates for the West Ham United team. So Kudus Mohammed is actually missing him. And if you check a lot of the goals Kudus was scoring before the African Cup of Nations, I tell you, most of them were from assists from Lucas Paqueta. And he was giving Kudus a lot of quality and brilliant assists. And if I watch the West Ham United game, they are actually missing creativity in the heart of the midfield. Because now, Jared Bowen has to drop far deeper to create something for himself. Kudus have to draw far deeper to create something for himself. And they just lack the main creative force in their team. So when Kudus was away at the AFCON and people were like, oh, West Ham are missing Kudus, I told you that, look, it's not really about West Ham are missing Kudus. They are actually missing Lucas Paqueta because they lack creativity in their team. So Kudus there, he's a right winger, so he needs someone to create for him so he'll score. If that is not coming, if the supplies are not coming, Kudus cannot do anything, and that's why it looks like after the African Cup of Nations, we've not heard from Kudus. We've not heard any assists or goals from Kudus in a West Ham setup. That is the reason. That is the reason. But I think that David Moyes can try Kudus as a creative player and have some fast and talented wingers with the West Ham team so that Kudus can actually be creative for them. Because at Ajax, yes, he was playing most of the time as a right winger, but he could also play as a number 10 of the team just behind the main striker. And that will also help him to create assists and then score goals too for the team. So if you are missing Lucas Paqueta, there is no creative force in the midfield, you should actually try Kudus Mohammed as your creative midfielder, as the number 10. And I'm sure he's going to do well. Besides, when he came to the AFCON, he was playing as a number 10 for Ghana Black Stars. He scored 2 goals versus Egypt. So he, as a number 10, Kudus Mohammed actually can play and can do very well over there. So I think that David Moyes should change his style. Right now, he's always playing Kudus as a right winger. Bring Kudus as a number 10, play him behind the striker, have fast and pacey wingers, okay, whom when Kudus creates for them, they can actually do something with the ball. And I'm sure everything will go on well with West Ham United and with Kudus Mohammed right now. Now, there are several reports, trending reports, that Coach Otto is likely to return as the next Black Stars coach for the senior national team, the Ghana Black Stars, after we sacked Chris Hughton after the AFCON. We've not appointed a new Black Stars coach. Ghana team is likely to have some friendly games in March, okay, or there will be no friendly games. But then we have a competitive game in January, World Cup qualifiers versus Mali, and that game, no, we have to treat it with all seriousness because we've already lost to Comoros. If we are to lose to Mali again away, it is going to make our chances of qualification very, very difficult, and that shouldn't happen. So we have to get a new Black Stars coach who will start planning the team and everything. And the news is that GFA are very close to appointing Coach Otto as the next Black Stars coach. For me, I don't see why he should come. I told you that yes, there are some positives with Otto. He qualified us to the World Cup. During the World Cup, his type of football is actually better than Chris Hughton. And the point is that if you are only going to compare Otto to Chris Hughton, then you will say that Otto should come back. That will be the problem you make, because Chris Hughton was so bad that his team wasn't playing any enterprising football. When he scored 1 goal, he says that the team should go and defend until they equalize, the opponent equalizes before he will say that they were tired. So the football Chris Hughton was playing, and the type of football, we can't win away, we just cannot do anything. If you compare it to the one Otto was playing, then you will easily say that Otto should come back. But this is the bone of contention. The bone of contention is that the Black Stars is at a situation or at a juncture that we need a top-notch coach to take bold decisions for the Black Stars. We don't need Otto. Otto just won 1 game for the Black Stars. Out of the 4 games he played as a Black Stars coach, he won 1. The 2 games versus Nigeria, he didn't win any of them. He went to the World Cup. Portugal beat us. Uruguay also beat us. Okay? And then he won versus South Korea 3-2 in a very difficult game. So, what is this? 1 out of 4 games in here. He's not done anything exceptional. He qualified us to the World Cup without winning a game. So, don't be overly impressed that, Otto was better than Chris Hughton, so he should come. We want to win trophies. And to win trophies, we need a winning coach. A coach who will win games, who will win trophies for us. Otto is not that kind of coach. In any case, what is the experience Otto is bringing as the next Black Stars coach? He's only coming in as the coach who qualified us to the 2022 World Cup. And now I'm crying. He played just 2 games to qualify us. Some coaches had already played the qualifiers, the group stages of the qualifiers and the rest. So what at all does Otto bring on board? We should rather go for a competent coach who is going to develop the players and make us a competitive team to win trophies and win titles. We have all the quality. We have the individual quality players. We need a coach who but this Otto man, he said that he's not even ready to leave the Dortmund job to come and coach the Black Stars full time. He was a part-time coach for the Black Stars. When he was coaching the Black Stars, he was still doing job for Dortmund. So why would we still want a part-time coach for the Blasters? Or right now he's ready to leave the Dortmund job and come as a part-time. Even if he's ready to leave the Dortmund job, I think he's still not fit for the next Blasters coach. He should go and try himself somewhere else. And if he's done very well, we can bring him as a Blasters coach. But then right now, we need a top quality, competent coach to be the next Blasters coach and to win us games and trophies. Very, very important. Thank you very much for staying with us. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.